city. This house has all the materials of a grand bahay na bato. The owners wanted a house that paid homage to Philippine architecture, so they built this 3-story high structure, punctuated by large windows with capiz-like screens and very tall antique doors. We're here in the home of Andy Benitez, and obviously she looks like a very, very modern woman, but with quite an old soul. And you've created a home here that is reflective of our grand past. Tell me about your house.
The house is Filipino, based on the Bahay na Bato, old Filipino Spanish houses. And the job of the interior designer and the architect was to make it work for our family that likes the old Filipino look, but we are more of a modern family. We're about 5 meters from street level, and this is really the height of the property when we got it. My brother and I decided to build 2 houses side by side on a sort of like a compound style with only 2 houses.
And who was the architect?
Gimme Garcia. So this was an old door from the carruaje part of an old house. This is not the main door of the house. This is where the horse-drawn carriages would enter in an old house, which is why it's a more rustic-looking door.
It's rough, no carving.
These are old knockers from another door, from a front door, that obviously we needed something to open the door with. And this is an original hand ball and hand knocker.
Let's go in.
Yeah.
Upon entering, you will find a spacious foyer filled with a mix of old furnishing from different eras.
Since we're very much into family and old traditions, so we wanted to incorporate a lot of old things and old traditions and old elements of how we knew life to be before. So we did that.
Oh, look at this. So this is the back of the door.
This is how you lock it.
Oh.
Right. Noisy.
Okay, so it closes like
and
that.
then it closes that way.
Wow.
There we go.
So very traditional. Collecting antique Filipino furniture, fabric, and artwork has been a pastime for Andy, who started acquiring pieces early. This is a very grand piece. Where did you get this?
This is called a Batangas Uno. The mirror on top of it is from Bulacan.
The couple already had a lot of furniture on hand, so when they moved in, they filled their house with various types of wooden furniture and artifacts from all over the Philippines.
When I got married and I realized that my husband and I shared the same interests, and I felt that it was something that we could build with and something we could do together, that's when I started buying.
Designed by Frenjek Casada, the 600 square meter house sits on a sloping property. Throughout the design and construction, the designer and the owners worked closely to exchange ideas.
The process was with the architect at the very start, and together with the client, we collaborated on the space.
It's actually very advisable if you're building a new house and you are working with an architect, obviously, and an interior designer. You want to bring them both in at the same time.
Yes, I always tell my clients, like, if you do plan to work with a professional, the best part about it is that they can plan with you.
Right. Andy got some of the materials used in the construction from houses that were being demolished. Okay, so now here we are in the main living room, I assume.
This is the main living room, and we wanted to create this is the grandest space in the house, and it has a double height ceiling, as you can see. And we wanted to take out certain elements that we saw in our research. So like the brick wall is from Vegan.
So these bricks are really from Vegan?
Yes, they're from Vegan. We were able to identify a supplier. And as you can see, they're quite irregular in shape because these come from different houses from Vegan that were torn down for one reason or another. And we wanted to get that unfinished feel. And
so that's why you can see the
mortar.
Right. Oh, the mortar, yeah. So it's very rustic and irregular.
Yes. We did a lot of sectioning of the walls, no? So you can see a lot of moldings, a dado rail, the cornice. And we did a little bit of modern on the ceiling. You can see the coffered ceiling. We tried to play around it a bit and have different levels.
Oh, I see. Okay.
Yeah, and
now,
yes.
the window treatment, traditionally that would be capiz, right?
Yes.
This is what?
We mixed in still a capiz-looking material with the modern aluminum frame.
Oh, okay. So, wow. So all these windows are aluminum.
Yes.
Wonderful.
And then this will save the owner headaches of it moving over
and maintaining.
time.
I know. I have
Yeah.
capiz windows.
Okay.
So hard to maintain.
Yeah.
Over here, I noticed you have machuca tiles.
Yes, the machuca tiles. We actually had this custom colored, and this is a classic design. This is a priest confessional chair. Quite interesting. So you'd usually find this in the church, and this is
Cathedral or something? It looks so
Yes.
grand. Wow.
Yes, exactly. So I wonder if it has any special powers, like when you sit, you can't lie or
Right,
anything.
or all your sins will be forgiven.
Yes.
Wow. What
One of
special
Andy's
find.
sentimental pieces or
Nice.
special pieces.
And over here, there's a piano.
Yes, actually this piano, Andy and Petty and Fonzie, her two kids, play. It's a square grand, and they're actually not made anymore. So as you can see, it's a space saver, because of its shape. But interestingly, I think it was made in 1907.
The living room flows easily into the dining room and opens freely to the lanai.
Andy and TJ particularly liked the black and white graphic tile pattern that was in that illustration.
Really?
Which we applied to this, and it creates, while it's still old world, it's actually surprisingly quite modern.
It does look very modern. It has a
Yes.
graphic
It has a
appeal.
graphic quality
right,
to it.
Right.
Yes.
So this is the lanai.
Yes.
I feel like I'm in Manila Hotel or something.
Really?
Nice, no?
We wanted to have that colonial feel, so we had some diamond patterns here, which are echoed in the layouts.
Okay. The lanai has a sitting area filled with antique finds. It's cozy enough for an afternoon siesta.
So this is a wrought iron set. Of course, if you'd like to do some outdoor dining, perhaps in breakfast on a cool December morning, this would be a perfect place, because one of the key features of this house is the beautiful view of the Marikina Valley.
Okay.
So,
Right. So that's why the lanai is actually in the front of the house, overlooking the
yes, that's
Marikina
true.
Valley. Her dining room is a bright space, framed by green stained glass panels and decorated with an intricate dining table and chairs in wood. What did you ask of your interior designer?
For the dining room, I needed a 12-seater table. Yeah, this is a 12-seater. Mostly because I always have my family over to eat with us, so we needed a big table. And I actually had the table even before the house. So, and most of the furniture. And his job is really to make sure that everything could fit in.
So over here is your kitchen.
This is what I call my baking kitchen.
And you call this your baking kitchen?
Yes, this
You don't
is
really cook food here.
No, I don't really cook. I bake. So Yaya cooks and I bake. We have separate kitchens.
Okay, so how is this your baking kitchen? Where do you do your stuff? Here.
Yes. This is the exact counter height I specified, because this is where I roll icings, and so it's exactly to the length of my arm. See?
Over there, that must be your work.
Yes, those are my dummy cakes. I use those when I need to go on exhibit.
Okay.
So I carve, as you can see.
And this is also an old chair?
Yes, this is old.
Okay, look at that. Great. After the break, we will show you the grandeur of the master bedroom. Stick around, this is UZ. This is huge!
It's the only room on the 3rd floor.
There are 2 winners of the SOFA School of Interior Design workshops. Congratulations to Arlene Paredes and Joanna Koppel. You've each won the workshop Staging Your Home for Sale. You will be notified by email by an official SOFA Manila representative. And thank you to the many urbanistas who joined. You may find out more about the interior design workshops and classes through SOFA Manila website and Facebook page.